Good afternoon and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we're going to see the Cubs kick off a 10-game road trip, starting out in the People's Republic of California against the San Diego Padres. The Cubs come in at 22-22, 3.5 games out of first place in the National League Central. And let's see our lineups for today. The Cubs are going to send Yu Darvish out to the mound for start number 10. He is 3-5 with a 4.11 ERA, 1.33 WHIP. And he will be opposed by the Padres' Zach Davies, who's making start number 9. He is 3-3, 4.75 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. It looks like the Cubs are sending out pretty well their standard lineup. Javier Baez showing the flame. He is in fuego. He is thawed out from his previous icy existence and now is the Cubs' hottest hitter. Well, today it is going to be 67 degrees, wind blowing in from center at 7 mph. And let's get this game underway. The Cubs are going to send Mike Tauchman up to lead off this game in the top of the first inning against Padres right-hander Zach Davies. Davies, with a full count, looking in. Here comes the pitch. Or now. He's really taking his time out there on the mound. That'll be a ground ball to short. And Tauchman is going to beat it out for an infield single to lead off the game. The throw a little bit late from Valera. Tauchman leads off with an infield single. The Cubs now have one man on, nobody out. David Fletcher will be the next batter. Fletcher hits a grounder up the middle. That is to the second baseman, but it is bobbled. Jurickson Profar drops the ground ball, and what looked like a certain double play now has the Cubs with first and second and nobody out. Rizzo will be the next batter, looking to drive in the first run of the game. 3-1 count to Rizzo. And he takes ball 4 up and in. That will load the bases for the hottest hitter in the Cub lineup, Javier Baez. Baez getting the first pitch from Davies. He hits a grounder up the middle. The throw goes home for out number 1. Throw goes over to first for out number 2. That is a 1-2-3 double play. Baez unable to deliver with the bases loaded and nobody out. That will bring up Bryant with second and third and 2 outs. Cubs still trying to break through here in the top of the first. Bryant hits it very hard out to center field. The center fielder dives and makes an amazing one-handed catch. Bryant was robbed there of an extra base hit. We go down to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 game. Yu Darvish will face Tommy Pham to lead off the Padres half of the first. 2-2 pitch from Darvish. Grounder up the middle. Baez has it. Throws to first. And that is out number 1. Trent Grisham making that amazing defensive play that ended the top of the first inning. He will now bat with a 1-2 count in the bottom of the first. Popped up to center, Almora taking a few steps in. He is going to put that one away for out number 2. Manny Machado will be the next batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes the pitch. Machado hits it hard on the ground. Baez has it, throws to first. The Padres are retired in order in the bottom of the first inning. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 game. Davies, who really struggled in the first inning. Let's see how he does in the second. 1 strike count to Hayward. Hayward grounds weakly to second. Profar has it. This time he fields cleanly, throws to first for out number 1. Contreras, the next batter, with a 1-ball count. Davies with the pitch. Contreras slaps it out into center field, but that is right at Grisham. He takes about 2 steps in and puts it away for out number 2. And Almora will be the next batter. Full count pitch to Almora. Strike 3 swinging on the cutter. The Cubs go down order in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Still 0-0. Darvish will pitch to Josh Naylor with a full count. Strike 3 called. That is out number 1 in the bottom of the second. Profar now batting with a 2-2 count and 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Strike 3 swinging. That is a cutter from Darvish for out number 2. Darvish now has 2 strikeouts in the game, and Eric Hosmer will be the next batter. 1-1 pitch. Hosmer slaps it into center field. That's going to be a base hit. It drops in front of Almora. Hosmer stops at first with a single, and that will bring up Breivik Valeria. Apparently I struggle with Eastern European names. Breivik Valeria, the Padres shortstop, is going to be the next batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. Full count pitch. Popped up to left. Tauschman coming in, and he'll put that away for out number 3. We go to the top of the third inning of a 0-0 game. Darvish will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the third. 1-2 count to Darvish. Strike 3 swinging. Darvish is set down on strikes as the first out of the inning and the second strike out of the game for Davies, and now Tauschman will be the next batter with a 1-2 count. Tauschman hits it hard on a line out to center field, and Grisham makes another amazing catch, diving for the ball out in center field. Same way he robbed Bryant of a hit there in the top of the first. David Fletcher, the next batter, with 2 outs and nobody on. Full count pitch to Fletcher. Strike 3 called. This umpire hasn't seen a full count pitch he doesn't like. We go to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 game. Francisco Mejia, the Padres catcher, will lead off in the bottom of the third inning. 1 strike pitch. Grounder to the left side. Baez has it. Throws to first. He is out number 1. I think a faster runner might have beat that out. Baez seemed to take a very long time getting that throw over to first. And now Zach Davies will be the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike pitch to Davies. Soft liner to second. Fletcher has it for out number 2. Tommy Pham will be the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Pham waiting for the pitch. Grounder to the third. Bryant has it. Throws to first, and Pham is retired in a bang-bang play at first. We go to the top of the fourth inning of a 0-0 tie. Zach Davies will pitch to the leadoff hitter Rizzo in the top of the fourth inning. Full count pitch to Rizzo. Strike 3 swinging, got him on a change. Baez now batting with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Baez. Baez strikes out swinging as well. That pitch was way outside, and now Davies has 5 strikeouts in the game. Bryant will be the next batter. 1 strike pitch to Bryant. Bryant hits it on the ground to the other third baseman. Machado has it, throws to first, and Bryant is retired for out number 3. Grisham will lead off for the Padres here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Darvish, with a 2-1 count, comes to the plate. That's going to be a base hit down to the right field corner. Grisham rounds first, heading for second. He is going to stand up coming into second. I don't know, that might have been a little safer to slide, but Grisham is safe on second with a leadoff double, and now Manny Machado will be the next batter for the Padres. 1 strike pitch to Machado. Grounder up the middle. Baez dives. Oh, and he can't get a glove on it. That goes into center field. That is going to be a single for Machado. The Padres are threatening. They have first and third, nobody out. And now Josh Naylor will be the next batter for the Padres. Darvish with a 1-ball count comes to the plate. Oh, and that is hit hard down in the left field corner. Tauschman is chasing, but it gets all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. Second runner stops at third. Grisham gets the stop sign from the third base coach. I'm sorry, Grisham scored. Machado gets the stop sign, and he stops at third. Naylor has a RBI double, and the Padres now lead 1-0. Profar now the batter. One ball count, nobody out. Grounder to the third. Oh, and that is beyond the reach of a diving Bryant. One run is in. Naylor comes around. He scores. That is going to be an RBI double for Profar. And the Padres now are the owners of a 3-0 lead. Eric Hosmer will be the next batter. Darvish is really struggling after throwing 3 sharp innings to lead off this game. He's having a tough time here in the fourth. Still nobody out. 1-1 count to Hosmer. Hosmer strangely lays down a bunt. I'm not quite sure what the strategy was behind that, but that is out number 1 for the Cubs. Profar advances down to third. I would have thought that Hosmer's a guy you might have trusted to drive that run in, but they had him bunt, and now Valera will bat with 1 out and runner 90 feet away. 1-2 count to Valera. He strikes out swinging, and that is out number 2. Strikeout number 3 of the day for Yu Darvish. And now Francisco Mejia will bat with runner on third. Oh, and they're going to walk Mejia to pitch to the pitcher. Davies will come up now. He's going to bat with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 1-1 count. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it, throws to first, and that retires the side. But not before the Padres score 3 runs and take a 3-0 lead into the top of the 5th inning. Hayward will lead off for the Cubs. 1-1 count to Hayward. Davies comes to the plate. Hayward hits it hard into right field. That is going to split the gap and be a single for Hayward. Contreras now the batter. He comes up with 1 man on and nobody out. 1-1 count to Contreras. Oh, and Contreras is hit. He's hitting the thigh, it looks like. Heading down to first, he's going to take his base. And now Almora's the batter with first and second and nobody out. All right, Almora's going to stand in against Davies. First pitch to Almora. Hit hard into left field. That is going to be playable for the left fielder. Well hit, but well within range of Pham to track that down for out number 1. And now Darvish will be the next batter with 2 men on and 1 out. I'm a little surprised they're letting Darvish bat for himself, but as we know, David Ross has ultimate faith in his pitchers to deliver in every situation. 1 strike count. Darvish lays down the bunt. The throw goes across to third, and they retire the lead runner. So the sacrifice by Darvish actually accomplishes nothing. The Cubs now have 2 outs, runners still on first and second, and Tauchman the next batter. 1-2 pitch to Tauchman. Popped up on the infield. That will be playable for the shortstop Valera, and the Cubs do not score in the top of the 5th. They strand 2 runners. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 3-0 Padre lead. Pham now is the batter. He will lead off against Darvish here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 count to Pham. There's a ground ball to second. Fletcher has it. Throws over to first. That will be out number 1. Grisham will come up next with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch from Darvish. Hit hard down in the left field corner. That is going to be played on 1 hop by Tauchman. He cuts it off instead of allowing it to get to the wall, holding Grisham to a single. Machado will be the next batter with 1 out, runner on first. Full count pitch to Machado. That is low. That is ball 4. Darvish, with the walk, puts runners on first and second with 1 out, and now Josh Naylor will be the next batter. I certainly hope the Cubs have somebody warming up in the bullpen. This might get out of hand in a hurry. 2-2 count, and Darvish strikes out. He strikes out Naylor for out number 2. Profar will be the next batter with 2 outs, 2 men on, 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounder to third. Baez has it, throws to second, and the side is retired on the fielder's choice. Darvish manages to escape the jam. We go now to the top of the 6th inning of a 3-0 Padre lead. Fletcher will be the next batter. He will lead off for the Cubs with a 2-2 count. The top of the 6th inning. That is going to get by the second baseman, and Fletcher's going to lead off the inning with a single. Cubs got to get something going here. Davies, 73 pitches, 5 innings thrown, and if they're going to get to the Padres, they got to get to them before the bullpen gets involved. Rizzo, the next batter, 1-2 count to Rizzo. That's going to be a liner up the middle. The diving shortstop snags it before it gets into center field. Man, Rizzo just got robbed of a hit too. Baez will be the next batter. 1 out, runner on first. Full count to Baez. And although that pitch was very high and very inside, Baez decided to swing away and strike out on the full count cutter right there. Bryant will come up with 2 outs and the runner on first. 1 strike pitch to Bryant. That'll be a single up the middle. Bryant hits it directly over the bag and into center field. The runner, Fletcher, actually runs all the way past second down to third. He slides into third with an aggressive base running play. Bryant, with a single, has now brought up Hayward with first and third and 2 outs, and the Cubs really need some runs here. They've had some opportunities they've squandered already in this game. Hayward with a 1-2 count, and he pops it up to right field. Actually, very short right field. It looks like the second baseman might go out and get that. And the Cubs strand 2 more runners. We go now to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-0 Padre lead, and Yu Darvish is coming out with 78 pitches. He is going to face the bottom half of the Padres lineup here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hosmer will be the first batter. 3-0 count to Hosmer. Ball 4, low and inside. Hosmer is walked on 4 straight. And now Valera will be the batter. Switch hitting Valera will stand in on the right side. He is 0-2 today, 0 for 2 today. Darvish, with a 1-2 count, will pitch to Valera. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Hayward has it, but he fires it back into the infield. There will be a play at third, and Hosmer is safe, sliding into third. He advances first to third on the single by Valera, and Mejia will be the next batter. Padres have runners on the corners, nobody out. But hey, Darvish is our man. We're going to sink or swim with him. The runner heads down to second. The throw is late. Valera has stolen base number 3 this season. And the Padres now have second and third and nobody out. Mejia is still batting. The stolen base is credited to Valera. 1-1 count. And Mejia is simply going to be intentionally walked. And that will bring up the pitcher, Zach Davies, with the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-2 pitch to Davies. He swings and misses for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. And now, that is going to be the end of the day for Yu Darvish. Darvish, for today's game, threw 92 pitches. He threw 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Darvish would stand to lose this game presently. And Tui is going to come in and pitch for the Cubs. He's going to face Tommy Pham with the bases loaded and 1 out. The runners on base are all the responsibility of Yu Darvish. 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch. Grounder to the third. Bryant has it. Throws to second. There is no relay to first. The double play is broken up. So the run scores, and the Padres now lead 4-0. The Cubs do have 2 outs now on the fielder's choice, and the Padres will send Grisham up with runners on the corners and 2 out. 1-2 count. Strike 3 swinging. Grisham goes down on strikes, and the inning is over. The Padres do add to their lead. It is now 4-0 going into the top of the 7th inning. Contreras will be the next batter. Contreras waiting for the 0-2 pitch. Popped up to right. That is going to be playable, and it is going to be put away for out number 1. Almora will now bat against Davies. with 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 count to Almora. Hit hard into left center field. The center fielder Grisham, he just makes one defensive play after another. That was another diving catch to rob Almora of a hit. And now Happ will come up as a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. He's coming up with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 pitch to Happ. Popped up to left. That should end the inning. And the left fielder Pham puts it away for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning of a 4-0 Cub deficit. Machado will be the next batter. He will face the new Cub pitcher, righty Brandon Morrow. Brandon Morrow has thrown 19 innings so far this year. He's allowed 7 earned runs, walked 10 and struck out 9. 3.32 ERA. Morrow, with a 3-1 pitch, comes to the plate for Machado. And that is low and away. That is ball 4. And the Padres have the leadoff runner on first with a walk. Naylor will be the next batter. He will come up with a 1-2 count. And he's going to hit it out into right field. That's going to be a single to right field as Hayward plays it on the hop. The throw to third is not in time. Machado goes first to third on the Naylor single, and now Profar will bat with first and third and nobody out. Full count to Profar. Popped up on the infield to the left side. Baez under it makes the play for out number 1. And now Hosmer will bat against the new Cub reliever. This is going to be righty Casey Sadler. Sadler, with 11 1/3 innings to his name, has 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a 5.5 ERA. He's going to be pitching to Hosmer, looking to get a double play ground ball to get out of this game, or out of this inning anyway. 1-strike pitch to Hosmer. Popped up to center. That will likely be deep enough to drive in the run. Almora catches it. Oh, but the runner at third holds up. Apparently he decided not to test Almora's arm. Valera will now bat with 2 outs, runners still on the corners. And the Cubs 1 out away from escaping this inning. 1-strike pitch. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it, throws to first. That is out number 3. We go to the top of the 8th inning of a 4-0 Padre lead. The Padres are going to bring in Emilio Pagan, the relief pitcher, to face the top of the Cubs lineup here in the top of the 8th inning. Pagan has thrown 19 2/3. He has 2 walks to 29 strikeouts, but has allowed 13 earned runs. 2-2 pitch now from Pagan. He looks for the sign. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. It gets past the first baseman down in the right field corner. Tauschman rounds first, sliding into second with a double. Tauschman has a leadoff double in the Cubs' half of the 8th inning. This could be just the spark the Cubs need to get a rally going. Fletcher will be the next batter. With a 1-strike count, Fletcher hits it on the ground to third. Throw goes over to first. Fletcher is out for out number 1. Tauschman manages to sneak in behind the third baseman Machado and advance from second to third on that ground ball. Rizzo now will bat with 1 out, runner 90 feet away, 0-2 pitch. Rizzo slaps it into left field. That's going to be played on a hop. Rizzo has an RBI single, and the Cubs are on the board in the top of the 8th inning. It is now a 4-1 ball game. Baez will be the next batter. Baez coming up with 1 out, runner on first. Cubs trying to continue to eat away at this lead. 1-2 count. Baez pops it up to third. That is going to be playable on the infield. Machado squeezes it for out number 2. Chris Bryant will be the next batter. He will face Pagan with 2 outs. Rizzo on first. Full count pitch to Bryant. And the umpire says he checks his swing on a pitch that was low. Bryant draws the walk. That'll bring up Jason Hayward with first and second, and 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Hayward facing Pagan from the left side. 1-2 pitch to Hayward. Hayward hits it into straightaway center field. The center fielder Grisham comes in, and he puts it away for out number 3. The Cubs do get a run, cutting into the Padres' lead. It is now 4-1 going to the bottom of the 8th. Sadler coming in to throw another inning of work. He's going to start out the bottom of the 8th inning against the number 8 hitter in the Padres lineup. Mejia is 0 for 1 today. 1-2 pitch from Sadler. That is a liner past the shortstop into center field. That is going to be a single for Mejia to lead off the 8th inning. Tatis will be the pinch hitter. Fernando Tatis Jr. pinch hitting for the Padres in the pitcher's spot in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 pitch. Mejia hits it hard on the ground. Bryant dives. He fields it, throws to first, and he gets Mejia on a very close, or Tatis on a very close play. Mejia advances to second on the ground out, and now Pham will bat with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. 2-0 pitch to Pham. Grounder to first. Rizzo has it. Throws to first. The pitcher is late covering the bag, and that is an infield single for Tommy Pham. Mejia advances to third, and now the Cubs are going to bring in a different reliever. They're going to bring in the righty Ian Kennedy to face Trent Grisham with 1 out, runners on the corners, bottom of the 8th inning. Kennedy's thrown 14 innings. He has 4 walks to 19 strikeouts and a 5.14 ERA. 1 ball count. Kennedy looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Fletcher has it. Throws to Baez. Over to Rizzo. And the Padres are retired. The runner does not score. We go now to the top of the 9th inning of a 4-1 Padre lead. The Padres are going to bring in Drew Pomerantz to try to close out this game. He's thrown 13 2/3 so far this season. 5 walks to 15 strikeouts and a 3.95 ERA. Pomerantz will face Contreras to lead off the inning. 2-1 count. Pomerantz looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. And Contreras hits it on the ground to third. Machado scoops it up, throws to first. That is out number 1. Almora will be the next batter. He comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Cubs trailing by 3. And Almora hits a line drive into the gap in right center field. Almora rounds first, heading for second. He slides into second with a double. Almora with a 1 out double in the top of the 9th inning, and the Cubs are not going to go quietly into the night. This will bring up pinch hitter Jason Kipnis, personal favorite of David Ross. He is going to bat with 1 out, runner on second, pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot here in the top of the 9th inning. 2-2 count to Kipnis. Here's the pitch. And Kipnis hits it very high into left center field. Pham is going to have it. He's going to get it quickly back into the infield. That fly out is out number 2 in the top of the 9th inning. And now Tauschman will bat with Almora on second, and the Cubs down to their final out. Full count pitch to Tauschman. And he draws the walk. He shows an amazing eye there. That was a fastball that was just a little bit high. And now Fletcher will be the batter. The righty Fletcher facing the lefty Pomerantz with first and second, 2 out. Fletcher representing the tying run here in the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 count. And Fletcher hits it very weakly to the pitcher. The throw goes to first, and the Cubs are retired in the top of the 9th inning. The Padres win this game 4-1. Cubs get 1 run on 7 hits. Feels like they left about 15 runners on base in this game. The Padres get 4 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. We see that the Cubs have fallen now to 22-23. They are losers of 3 straight. And the Padres improved to 23-21. The player of the game is the Padres starter, Zach Davies. He went 7 innings. He earned his 4th win of the season, improving to 4-3. Allowed 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Darvish, on the other hand, is credited with his 6th loss of the season. He threw 5 1/3 of 7-hit, 4-run baseball with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. Well, thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.